Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. I wanted to do a video today about what you see behind you, which is kind of my baseball library that's here. It's not everything I have. I have a bunch of other books, but they're usually larger size, like coffee table size books. They don't fit really well on top of my desk, but everything you see here is just books that I love and have different stories about and etc. And so I thought I'd just go through them. Everybody's asked a lot about them. And so the first thing I want to show is some books that usually sit up top. The first one here is the Home Run book. And I remember these as a kid. I found these not too long ago, a couple years ago, I think. And they were published by, they got all these great Topps cards on them. And it goes through just different players and their accomplishments and who they are and the great home run hitters of the day and all kinds of cool stuff. History of different, I mean, it's just great. Cool little quick synopsis. I don't know, these are just nostalgic for me. This is 1981, and then I also have the 1985 edition. So you see different cards pictured on there, but yeah, those are just kind of cool, and they usually just sit up top there. Starting over here on the left, Baseball Encyclopedia. If you were to say what's the most influential thing on me becoming a vintage baseball guy and studying the history of the game, it would be the Baseball Encyclopedia. I literally used to open it and read it and memorize the different leaders in different categories, career, and all kinds of different stuff. And so it was a huge deal for me as a kid. And I have this one. This one's really old. I have another even older one that's up into my closet, so I just keep the one here. Not that I ever really pull it out and use it, because everything is on Baseball Reference, really. That's essentially the Baseball Encyclopedia in searchable, it's so much better, but it provides the same kind of stuff. So that's the idea there. I think everybody next is standard catalog of vintage baseball cards. This is just a great reference if you ever want to know about a set and a checklist or whatever. Again, it's so hard with books nowadays because everything is so findable online. And so these reference books, as cool as they are, just kind of lost their luster a little bit. But it's good to have them. Like, if the internet ever goes down, if the world ends and there's no more internet, I'll have some books to reference, but then I won't care about baseball cards probably at that point. Let's see. The Bubblegum Card War, this next one here. This is definitely something I tell everyone, if you want to learn about the history of Topps and Bowman at the very beginning, this is a great book to go read that. Next, you've got the card. This, of course, is a fantastic history about the collectors, con men, and true story of baseball's of history's most desired baseball card. Michael Keith and Terry Thompson. I met them actually at the Hall of Fame. They were there. They just happened to be there when I was there doing a book signing and talking. And so to Mike, keep collecting. That's what I say. All the best. Michael O'Keefe. Cooperstown, August 2009. So that's when I went to Cooperstown. I need to go back. That's the only time I've ever been. But another great read. Some of these I just kind of get and don't look at. The Collectors Handbook, I don't really know about that. Honestly, I just have it. This is a great book by our buddy Ryan Nolan on YouTube. Spotting Fakes, examining the top 50 fake cards. It's a fantastic read about all different kinds of cards that are heavily faked, what to look out for, etc. Easily the most used book on this entire thing are these two right here. These are basically, I call them the Bibles of Baseball Hall of Fame autographs. Ron Kirchin, no relation to Tim Kirchin, but this is the second edition. I have the first edition, and in this are just examples. I think I use as a bookmark a Hall of Fame autograph. I used to, no, just a piece of paper. But yeah, in here I highlight who I have. So I've got a lot of these. Anyway, this is just a great thing to show examples of their autographs, guys that are highly faked, what to look for, and I have identified myself getting duped quite a bit over the years using this book and been like, yeah, that's not real. So this is a great reference for me. I know Frank and Bill use it too, but I absolutely love it. And I'm glad I have the second edition. What's this here? Yeah, Baseball in Mobile. I think I got this at a sale somewhere or something. I just hadn't looked through it yet. Some of these again, but haven't been read. But just cool history. Baseball Hall of Fame Almanac. Just love the Hall of Fame. So all things that. This is a great book. Card Sharks. How Upper Deck Turned a Child's Hobby into a High-Stakes billion-dollar business. This is a fantastic read. So again, if you want to learn about cards and history and read some books. Mint Condition, another one of those kind of classic hobby books. So good. Dave Jameson, great book there. They Call Me Pudge. So I do like trying to get autobiographies of certain players. I haven't read all of them, but when I try to get them, I think this one's signed. Yep. So that one's signed by Pudge. I think I bought this for $20 through a guy that was getting a bunch of, like when this book first came out, it was $20 for the book and the signature. It's like, yeah, I'll do that. You'll see that in several of them. Miracle Man, Nolan Ryan. This one's not signed, but great book on Nolan Ryan's career. Vec as in wreck. So this is like super nice. I bought this at an auction because it was signed by Bill Veeck. At the time, that was my only Bill Veeck signature. And I have not read this book, but I wish I could say I've read everything, but I haven't. This one I have read. It's fantastic. George Will, Men at Work, The Craft of Baseball. He's very famous for being in the baseball documentary by Ken Burns. And so just great book about just the game itself. Ichiro on Ichiro. Haven't read that, but cool. I don't think this is signed. I'm pretty sure it's not. Otherwise, it'd be really cool, but yeah, not signed. Don't know where I got that, but probably need to read that as Ichiro gets closer to the Hall of Fame. Strength Down the Middle. I had a buddy send me that about the White Sox, and I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. One of the great teams, the 59 White Sox. But it's here. This book I have read. I Had a Hammer. The Hank Aaron story. If you want to read an amazing autobiography of a player, Hank Aaron, this one is fantastic because of what he went through, and it's unbelievable. This one happens to be, I had 2 copies of this. Yeah, this one's signed. Right there. There's even it was done at the 1994 Countryside Mall Summer Collectors Specials show, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, Hank Aaron, I Had a Hammer. This is another great, God, this is so good. My favorite summer, 1956, Mickey Mantle. God, if you want to know about that era for the Yankees, this is a great read. Got a lot of great pictures in it, too. And you can find this one signed. This one is not signed. So, but you can find these signed. It's pretty cool. So, great book. Here's one I have not read yet. 56. Joe DiMaggio in The Last Magic Number in Sports. 56 is never going to get broken. No one's going to ever hit in 57 straight games. I'm sorry. It's just such an impossible task. This one is signed by the author, Kostya Kennedy. And I got that somewhere. I think maybe they were doing a signing to Palmer, or for Palmer and Mike. Palmer's my son. Best wishes. So, need to read that. This one's pretty funny. This has got a great story. Play Baseball the Ripken Way. Cal Ripken, Bill Ripken. This is a book that I actually got Cal Ripken was here doing a signing at a Sam's, believe it or not, Sam's Club. And I couldn't go that day, but my wife and son went. And so this is signed Palmer and Mike and Joy, Cal Ripken Jr. And there's the Ripken brothers, the Ripken way. And it just goes through, teaching kids how to, play shortstop or fielding, pitching, etc. So play baseball the Ripken way. Got that. This was another kind of like the Pudge deal. This book, when it came out, was a special offer. I think it was $40 maybe for this one, for the book and for Reggie to sign it. So I think on the right there, little Reggie Jackson autograph action on that. So always good to, get a signed copy of a book. Like, let's see, what's signed here? Pudge is signed, Vec is signed, Aaron, Reggie. So quite a few of them are autographed. And then the last book up here on my desk is this one called Game Faces, Early Baseball Cards from the Library of Congress. And I know there's a lot of guys that love pre-war stuff, and like this book is so cool. I mean, look at all these T206s, and then you've got more, and T205s, and who these players are. Just, if you want to learn about pre-war, there's some old Turkey Red cabinet cards. Talks about those. So, oh man, there's the Hassan triples. Like, I need that card right there. So, really cool reference book. Not only about the cards, but just the people and players behind it. And then the last thing here on my desk are these, and these are just ticket books from various, I wish I would have kept tickets. Now they don't do tickets, but I wish I had tickets from when I was a kid. But, these are all just Ranger events that I've been to, games, World Series. Like, there's ALCS right here. What's this? This is the 2011 World Series, Game 3. That's the one I was talking about the other day when Pujols hit 3 home runs in that game. Pretty crazy. Yeah, Division Series. Like, whenever the Rangers were in the playoffs, I always tried to go to at least one game. And as a season ticket holder, that's what all these are, I was part of a group that had season tickets. And so I would go to 5-10 games a year, and we'd split up the season and keep the cost down. But yeah, those are all Rangers. Then I have every other ballpark that I've been to, the tickets that I was able to keep from those. I don't know if this is it. I don't think this is it. Yeah, these are just like other events. Like, I started being smart and keeping things. Like, there's a Cowboys playoff game that I went to right there. There's another World Series ticket. So these are just bigger things. Anyway, that's my desk. So this is all stuff that's the background most of the time when you guys are watching me do videos, and people have asked, what's on your desk? Tell us about these books. And so there you go. That's the story behind it. Thanks everybody for watching. Let me know what you think down below. We'll talk to you soon. Keep collecting.